I'm Jen Boniza. Welcome to Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV. On today's episode, we head to Waikiki Beach for the annual Duke's OceanFest. Blessed with gorgeous Hawaiian summer conditions, the waves were up, trades were blowing, and all participants were having a great time. With dozens of events that take place over the 9 days, there is something for everyone. And with eyes on the future, foil surfing had its inaugural appearance this year. This is Hawaii's premier ocean lifestyle event, and it's all to celebrate the life and legacy of Hawaiian waterman Duke Kahanamoku.
We're here at Waikiki Beach at Queen's Surf, home of Duke's OceanFest 2019. This year we've got just a magnificent lineup. We have over 22 events, 2,500 athletes competing during the festival. Some highlights are Matson Menehune Surf Fest, going to the dog surfer competition, the Duke's Waikiki Longboard Contest, Duke's Waikiki Ocean Mile Swim. We have volleyball, we have surfboard water polo. You name it, we've got it.
Any other event that I've participated in, this one means a lot to me because of the legacy that Duke left with my dad that trickled down to me, and then to be able to, compete in honor of Duke, pretty awesome.
It offers everything that Hawaii and the ocean has to offer. I mean, to be linked to that name, Duke, is a really big thing, especially for me.
One of the reasons why we're here is because the events that we have at Duke's OceanFest are all events that Duke Kahanamoku himself participated in. He was a canoe paddler, a surfer, a swimmer, was a volleyball player, a surfboard water polo player. So connectivity is very much in honor of Duke.
You get to see a little bit of everything out here, which is a lot of fun because you don't always see the same group of guys going out heat after heat after heat. You're seeing girls going out, you're seeing kids going out, you're seeing older guys going out, you're seeing tandem going out, you're seeing pets going out on boards. I mean, it's just awesome the way they have all this so diverse.
Whatever it is, canoe paddling, surfing, swimming, stand-up, boogie board, foil, whatever the next thing, it's all together and more to come.
The opening ceremony is really always a special event for us. It's where we really start off the competition for Duke's OceanFest and honor his legacy by putting lei on his statue.
And just keep thinking about Duke, what a wonderful person he was. It brings me to tears sometimes just thinking what we share with each other is aloha. You don't pick who you share aloha with. Duke shared it with everyone.
We're here at the home of Duke's Waikiki, and we're getting ready to start the Duke's Waikiki Ocean Mile Swim. We've been doing this race for over 18 years now. It's a mile swim out in the ocean, and we do a stagger start. The men go off first, 5 minutes later the ladies go off.
And this year we have almost 400 participants, so the energy is awesome. There's a bunch of really, really tough swimmers out there.
Seeing all my friends, and it's all the same crew. Every summer we get together and do these races, and swimming's an individual sport, but when we get a big race like this and see everyone come together, it's really nice.
Our youngest swimmer today is 8 years old. Our oldest swimmer is probably in their late 70s, early 80s. So there's a very, very diverse group.
I like swimming because you can look around at all the stuff in the ocean and fishes and other animals.
Beautiful conditions today. Water temperature was just perfect. Not too much of a current, but there was a bit of a sandbar out there which changed the dynamic of the race quite a bit.
So we were all kind of in a train there, and then I kind of scoot over so I could go around, I guess. And then I ended up in front, and then they were behind me, and I didn't realize until the last buoy, and I was like, oh man.
Next, more action from the Dukes Ocean Fest in Waikiki. Tandem surfing has always been a staple at the Dukes Ocean Fest in Waikiki. Not only does it combine surfing abilities with strength, but coordination and grace are the key components.
This year we have the Pacific Tandem Surfing Contest, and we have 12 teams out here competing in Waikiki. They're surfing at Queen's Surf, and it's really a spectacular, eye-catching crowd favorite.
So you have some fathers and daughters, you have regular partners that have been together for a while, and you have new teams as well. So you just go out there, catch waves together, paddle together, stand up together, and usually the guy will put a girl in a lift, or 2 or 3 or 4, and try and surf as hard as they can.
The biggest roadblock between people taking on tandem was they never had a big enough board. But now with the stand-up culture, almost everybody has a big board in their garage and looking for something cool to do with it. You want to take out your keiki, you want to take out your sweetheart, your pet. You know, it's a good fun way to get in the water together and enjoy the stoke of surfing.
A lot of people don't know what tandem surfing is all about. So obviously people see normal surfing, but when they see us tandem surf and see the variety of lifts and difficulty of lifts that we do, they're just blown away.
Depending on where you're at, it's very rare to see a team in the water. So when you see one out there, it's usually your eyes drawn to them. It's like, oh, a big board, 2 people. You don't know what they're gonna do or how they are, so it's exciting.
Calvin and Susie Surfer Competition. We started that event about 4 years ago, and it was just sort of a fun thing that we decided to do, and now it's all of a sudden turned into a very big event here.
Today we've got 16 dogs and a duck surfing with us. We've got a huge crowd on the point watching and loving every moment.
We've been coming to Dukes Ocean Fest for like 5 years now. It's some seriously good stoke and the spirit of surfing. She's the longest competing, most awarded surf dog, but we just kind of do it for fun now. It's been 13 years, so she's almost like a grandma.
And Daffy here is being allowed to surf with all the 4-legged surfers today, so she's a feathered surfer. Just the energy and spirit of animals, and then being able to tie it into the love of ocean and the love of water sports. I think honestly that's what Dukes Ocean Fest tries to do.
Surfing by itself is already a nut sport. I mean, you're walking on water, and now you add an animal into the equation. I mean, everybody loves cute animals. And you put a cute animal on the surfboard, hell yeah, it's the best recipe.
What an awesome day on the water for our four-legged and feathered friends at the Calvin and Susie's Surfer competition. Next, more action from the Dukes Ocean Fest. The Dukes Ocean Fest is known to offer a variety of events, all in line with the sports that Duke Kahanamoku loved and practiced. The Duke was always on the forefront of innovation, so it seemed like a perfect fit to let foil surfers have a go at it, a glimpse into the future of surfing. But first, let's check out the Matson Menehune Surf Fest. This is where young up-and-coming surfers have a chance to battle it out at Queen's Break.
The Matson Menehune Surf Fest is, to our organization, a very, very special event. It brings together the keiki, and the keiki really is what our future is about. So everybody just loves it. I mean, you talk about big smiles on their face, they love it. They're in the water, mom and dad love it because it's a great way to introduce their keiki to a surf meet.
They like coming because you can get these little kids with their parents, pushing them in the Kukua division. We're out there to help them, make sure they don't bump into the walls or fall and get hurt. And a little bit older ones are outside at Queen surfing.
And so it's really gratifying to see these kids come out every year. They get a little older and they get better. They really kind of advance to good competitive surfers, but more important, they're good kids.
I think if you do something like, if you're competitive now and you don't continue to surf as a competitor, but you take that into, as you get older, to what you do, I think it carries over.
But that's what it's all about, share and teach them the right way, you know what I mean? So we all can play in the ocean together.
I love the energy of everyone around me and just the overall happiness of the sport. You get to try whatever you want and you can just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be competitive all the time, and it's just a great sport.
So this year, another new event, surf foiling is becoming very, very popular. It's a new sport. It's very unique. It's very difficult. It's very challenging.
There's a stand-up discipline and the prone discipline, and we combined them together. And there was no hassling. Everyone just kind of took turns and gentlemen's shorter rules. And I mean, we're here at Queens Beach and the waves are 1 to 2, and it's perfect. You couldn't ask for a better day for foiling.
To be on a wing that has less resistance and you're going at another speed, it gives you this different sense of inertia when you're doing the cutback and there's no resistance.
The foiling competition's so new that we're just kind of following surfing, the footprint of surfing, how you judge surfers, turns, roundhouses, rebounds. Guys are starting to get into airs and slides nowadays, so it's definitely progressing. And it's a really exciting time to be involved with a sport that's so young and it's growing.
They put on a foiling division and basically they ask us, you know, how do you think we should judge this? And then they have their opinion and we have our opinion and we kind of mix it up.
I think they're looking for like really smooth turns on like the bigger waves.
And probably my favorite thing to do is doing turns with the wingtip out of the water.
Next, more action from the Duke's Ocean Fest in Waikiki. Queen's Break in Waikiki is considered by many to be one of the best longboarding waves in Hawaii. This year, the event was blessed with a good-sized Hawaiian summer swell.
Our longboard contest is, shall we say, for adults, but it starts off with juniors. Our junior division is 17 and under. But we have our divisions that run all the way to 60 plus, and that runs all week long. And so we have well over 100 competitors in the longboard contest.
I am in the women's 18 to 29 amateur division. It is judged, but I see it more as a fun event and to just come together and celebrate the aloha spirit that Duke Kahanamoku portrayed and to get the community come together.
Every time I go surfing, I come out of the water a new person. When I'm out there, nothing matters. I don't think of any problems, anything that I gotta do. It's just in the moment. It's definitely a spiritual world out there for me. I go out there to get away and clear my mind, and it always does me good. It's never done me wrong.
I love surfing. I love the ocean. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel positive. You don't bottle up any kind of emotion or any kind of feeling, you know, you're always just positive.
Each year we have our Outrigger Hotels Legends Classic. That's presented by Hawaiian Airlines. It's sort of a special event. It's an amateur event, but it's also got a little bit of pro element to it. So what we do is we take, a corporate team has 4 surfers in it, and then what we do is we team them up with a legend. Legends such as Kalani Vieira, Randy Rarick, Ance Guerrero, Dino Miranda, Lance Okano, Craig Sugihara. We have just an endless list of legends that just love to surf in the contest. So we put the team in the water at Queens. It's their team, they got the surf break. Everybody on the team has to catch at least 2 waves. So everybody's out there rooting for each other to catch a good wave. Here at Duke's Ocean Fest, being part of the ocean is what Duke was all about. And so to come here and spend time in the ocean, to spend time in Duke's environment, to share in his aloha out there, that's really one of the components that makes everything so special here, is because we are competing and having fun in the area where Duke Kahanamoku competed and where he had fun.
At a young age, I learned that this beach is for the world. And I guess the Duke, he knew that a long time, way before us. So he took this beach around the world. And look at what we have now to show. The majority of the people are foreigners. And when they leave, they tell great stories. I've heard quite a few. I've heard them from Europe. When I went to Europe, I heard them in Japan. I heard them in California, even in New York. They all talk about Waikiki Beach. And I look, I listen, and I go, wow, I'm from that beach. And it's awesome.
Duke's Ocean Fest is a true celebration of the Hawaiian beach and ocean lifestyle to perpetuate Duke Kahanamoku's legacy. For detailed results, log on to dukesoceanfest.com. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Jen Boniza. See you here next time on another Hawaiian Extreme Sports TV. Aloha.